If you have eagerly been awaiting more details on what made Andrew Garfield's return as Spider-Man possible, well, Andrew Garfield recently opened up to Variety in regards to this topic. So let's hear what he has to say that finally convinced him to suit back up as the Amazing Spider-Man. So Andrew Garfield told Variety that when it came to playing Spider-Man again, that he never expected to be a part of that conversation again, that he believes and believed at the time that it was over for him, that his time playing Peter Parker was over, and he was just happy to be a Spider-Man fan again, seeing what Tom Holland was doing and that he loved those films. But then he says in one day he got a call, and it was multiple calls followed one after another. Amy Pascal, Kevin Feige, and John Watts all had some ideas, and they came to him and they started a conversation in regards to what the idea was. And when they told him, it's all three Spider-Men, all together, that's the frame, that's what we're doing, that's what we're pitching, he said this is when he was sold on it. This was it. They were able to convince him because of what he's seen that Marvel Studios was able to do with Spider-Man, the love that they pour into it, and the story that they pitched him, and how it would bring all the Spider-Men together. And it was that type of conversation that led to him agreeing that he wanted to suit up again, and he would do it because of the pitch. And this is just one of those things where I think you start to understand that perfect time, perfect place, perfect scenario, perfect pitch is all what made it possible. Had things played out differently, we would not have this film. You know, had things not fallen out between Sony and Disney in regards to Spider-Man, this film wouldn't exist. I mean, it was so many circumstances to even make this conversation possible, especially the one that brings Andrew Garfield versus Sony into the fold, because he absolutely hated them. He did not want to work in Hollywood again because of them. He was trying to do only small projects because he absolutely despised the big, oiled up Hollywood machine. You know, it's just keep on spitting out, keep on turning the cogs, well oil them, and don't worry about it. It's a mass product, which he's time and time again talked about hating. And when you realize that he talks about the idea that they pitched his character years after, having that emotional strain on him, and that he could play in a way that he feels comfortable, that's what Andrew always wanted and never got. Freedom. You know, just go back to them talking about The Amazing Spider-Man 2, all those interviews where they ask him and Mark Webb, hey, what do you guys have for ideas for the next one? What do you think's going to happen? How much of yourself do you put into this? And both of them just kind of look at each other, and then they look at the camera all depressed, almost like it's about to be some sort of like shooting gallery, and they just go, we are doing the best that we can, and we really hope to someday join, but we cannot, so Marvel Studios is out of the question. Please watch our film. It's going to be a great Spider-Man adventure, unlike anything you've seen before. It was like the most PR mundane talk where you could see their love for everything just wasn't there. And you get the sense, even from just reading, that Andrew Garfield, in his words, tells you why he came back and how he was convinced. They pitched it and he said, brilliant. And you're gonna let me play this the way I finally want to play Spider-Man? Thank you, I'm in. That's just awesome.